Welcome. We are going live today on Monday, January 8th at almost noon Eastern. I'm going to give people about 3 minutes to join live. But if you are here, go ahead and let me know in the chat. We're going to make sure everything gets started. Loving the vibes. All right, we are live on LinkedIn. Awesome. We're also live on YouTube. So if you are here, go ahead and let me know in the chat. We're going to get started in just a few moments. We're here to design your career to fund your lifestyle, y'all. It's 2024, and what I know to be true is that people are done working in environments and with people and with missions that do not align with their highest good. So 2024 is going to be a very exciting time for employees. It's going to be an innovative time for companies and employers who are really paying attention to what people want and responding to what people don't want, which is a lot of the, unfortunately, gaslighting and toxic environments that have really revealed themselves during the pandemic after really centuries of oppression and exploitative capitalism that has marked a lot of our economy today. Great. We have 4 people live on LinkedIn. Go ahead and say hello in the chat so that I can follow along with y'all. Different tab for the video, but I do in fact have LinkedIn pulled up so that I can interact with y'all live as we go. We've got 5 people in the house. Why don't y'all let me know in the chat? Go ahead and share where you are located so that we can welcome you in, and we will get started in just 1 minute. Let me know in the chat who's here. Where are you based? There's a bit of a delay, so we will do what we want. Okay. So happy to be here with y'all. I'm also loving the vibes. So I'm gonna roll down the lounge vibes, and go ahead and So hello, everybody. My name is Emma BF. I have a very long last name. The full kahuna is Blocksberg Fire Ovid. And that was before I got married, y'all. So yes, it's a big, long last name, but ever since I was a kid and my other girlfriends were named Emma, I've always gone by Emma BF. So that is indeed my full name. I am the CEO and founder of Rise Up Leadership, where we are committed to amplifying and uplifting women in tech to step into leadership and own their power. And I am personally on a mission to empower as many people with the financial freedom and access to capital, not just financial capital, but the social, cultural, emotional, and physical capital that has been unequally distributed amongst our society. And so I am committed to redistributing wealth and power to those who can use it the most for good. So I'm so excited that you are here with me on Monday, January 8th. I hope your first week back was okay. It seems like it's a lot. People are going through a lot this time of year. So really why I created this event is because I want to bring you my best tips, tricks, and tools to support you to set yourself up for 2024. A little bit of background on me. I started Rise Up Leadership during the pandemic. So I, against all solid advice, chose to leave my full-time job in December of 2020 and launch full-time my business, Rise Up Leadership, in January 2021. We are going strong heading into year 3. I've successfully created 3 years of 100K plus revenue. You'll see my pause in that because I'm still like recognizing and acknowledging myself for that. Because what I've been able to create in this business is a function and a form and a vehicle for me to live my dream lifestyle, which has looked like taking a month off in December 2021, my first year in full business, took a full month off to travel to Europe, Northern Africa, and Western Central Africa to Cameroon, where my husband is originally from. And it was a life dream that we had to be able to travel together. And in 2021, we finally got our visa, immigration stuff sorted. Obviously, there was a lot back there. That's what you probably saw in my face. Like, oh God, it was a lot. And so my business allowed us to go travel for a month, not work. And the business revenue provided the vehicle for us to go do that. And year over year, we've gone on incredible international trips, have funded a whole new lifestyle for me that is based in my health, my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, and my social and friendship health. So all of that is to say, if you and I have not met before, you can just look at me and be like, is that a healthy person? You tell me. Your gut knows, right? Part of what we're going to be talking about today is how you can learn to trust your gut. But really what we're going to be getting into today is how can you reflect on 2023 to set you up in 2024? And if any of y'all are into astrology or following the seasons, as I live here in New England, where there's the seasons ebb and flow, and we're deep into winter right now, I want to give you permission to not go hard in January. Like, don't even go hard in February, honestly. Because one way to design your career to fund your lifestyle right now is to ebb and flow with the phases of your lifestyle. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere where winter is upon us, then my invitation for you is to actually spend the next 2 months, yes, y'all, 2 whole months getting clear on what you want. Month 1, all of January, I invite you to create as much space and downtime and silence as you possibly can. Which I know I can literally hear your voices right now being like, Emma, that's impossible. I have small kids, I have pets, I have family, I have so much stuff going on. How can I create silence? And my first invitation for you is maybe it's because you don't have enough silence right now that you're unable to access what you actually want. There's no space to access what you truly want if there is no space. And so all of my coaching, all of my guidance, mentoring, friendship comes from this core belief that I have that you know what you want. You know what you want. And oftentimes we just need like a simple structure or conversation or coaching or guidance to get there. So let's pause there. That was a little intro about me, about the work that I do, how I see the world, and what I'm here to do for you today. So let's come back over to LinkedIn because I want to see what's going on in the comments. Yo, we ain't got no comments over here. I love y'all, but I see 10 people live here, so I got to know who's here. Thank you so much. Go ahead and put in the comments your name, your location, and why you are here. Because I don't know why you're here. You get to know why you're here. And you get to practice sharing that with me because the more that I know, the more I can support you. So go ahead and drop that into the chat. Who you are, where you are, and why you are here. Because what we're going to do, I'm just going to be on live for another 15 minutes. My goal is to wrap up by 12:25 Eastern time. What we're going to do is we're going to go through 3 simple premises, 3 myths that I see people often misunderstanding when they're looking to design a career to fund their lifestyle. And the core premise, the thing that I really want you to, I invite you to shift your belief around is this idea of having to live to work. If you're here in the United States or you are in a fast-moving, highly industrialized country and not, I find, okay, sorry. You're going to learn how my brain is like a little spotty. Bring it back, Em. Beep boop. The core premise here is to not work to live. We do not want to just be living to work. We don't want to be living to work. Our whole lives is not about work, y'all. Raise your hand or give me a nod in the comments if you're like, yes, I'm actually done working for work's sake. Yes, I need money to pay my bills. Yes, I know that having a career can be a fulfilling thing, but if you're not there right now and the job is not feeling fulfilling and you're not making the amount of money that you want and you're not or you're not in a team that aligns with your core values, then my love, it's time for you to make a new choice. It's time for you to take responsibility for your life and choose to do something differently. So, if we're not living to work, let's agree with that. We are going to work to live. And this is a very simple concept, but I lived in Latin America, in Costa Rica, hace 10 años, so 10 years ago. I studied in la universidad. I studied at the university there, and Costa Rican culture and mindset is all about working to live. And as I traveled around the world, I feel this the most in Latin America. This concept, this understanding of like work is a byproduct, work is a vehicle, work is a way for you to create the life that you want. And that simple premise, if you walk away with nothing else, that is really a game changer for you when we're talking about designing your career and funding your lifestyle. Because if you choose to have the goal of working to live, I want my work to fulfill me. I want my work to introduce me to the best people. I want my work to allow my life to be what I want it to be. Then we have an opening and an opportunity to really play and to truly design, not from a place of scarcity or fear, but from a place of really knowing this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is why it matters to me. Okay? We've got some chat in the engagement. We've got some engagement in the chat. What's up? Julieta, just in time. Sí, mi amor. Estamos aquí contigo. Sí. Heather Balachi, yes, from Vancouver. I love you so much. Y'all, if you've ever wanted to explore British Columbia and Canada, I went for the first time. Was that last month, Heather? I don't remember. But I'm going to be designing and bringing an event to you all. So if you are curious to check out BC, you'll have an opportunity. And Catherine Keene here. I love it. Thank you. Looking for some New Year inspiration to find more balance. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. So great. Let's get into a little bit of reflection. So if you haven't joined me before, one thing to know is that I am all about experiential learning, because I truly believe it is the way for you to get clear on what you want rather than just listening to me and being like, well, I'm going to do exactly what Emma's going to do. Because that does not work. Beep, boop, boop. No, it does not work. So what I'm going to introduce to you is a very simple framework, a very simple concept to help guide you if you're in the question of what do I want? What do I want next? What do I actually, that makes sense, right? And what I'm going to introduce to you is a bit controversial because it goes against the grain of my career is something that has to be focused on what am I bringing to the table? What is the other person giving me? This kind of like give and take, tit for tat that is really representative of exploitative capitalism. We're not doing that. We are choosing and designing a career that actually allows you to monetize your natural personality. Monetizes your common sense. It's my goal whenever I work with my clients to be able to identify the thing that they don't even know is worth so much money. Whether it's their knowledge, their insight, their perspective, how they interact with the world, how they interact with people. A lot of women out there, y'all, we be undervaluing the skills that it takes to be a mother. Woo, that's a word. If you are a mother out here, I almost guarantee you are leaving money on the table because we are not talking about the transferable skills in that way. And maybe it's just because I'm a new mom and you all are like, we've been here, done that, Emma. Just totally fine. So let's introduce a framework for you to use in your life to ask the question, is this for me? Is this opportunity for me? Is this job for me? Is this contract opportunity available to me? Is this friend for me? Is this family member for me? Is this trip for me? Like, you can literally use it for all of those different things. And it's going to be a simple 3-circle Venn diagram. See, I got another marker just in case that happened where it rolls out. So if you have a pen and paper, go ahead and grab it and go ahead and draw out 3 circles here. Doesn't have to be perfect. What? It doesn't have to be perfect. So crazy. Okay. The first thing that we're going to be looking at. So the question is this for me? You can use this when identifying or asking questions about a job, an opportunity, something that's coming through. The first thing, and the thing we want to be paying attention to always, is authenticity. Authenticity. Y'all put in the chat, what does authenticity mean to you? Because I actually think it means different things to different people. But go ahead and put into the chat, what does authenticity mean to you? And I think because there's a bit of a lag, I'll come back to the chat, but it does come up in my thing. I think it's just a little bit delayed. Authenticity means accessing, to me, authenticity means accessing your unapologetic, don't fuck with me self. Oops, sorry, I cursed on LinkedIn. Crazy. Who is this unwithable version of yourself? The person who is not people pleasing, the person who is not worried about what other people think, the person who is not doing what they're just think they're supposed to be doing. But who are you really when you strip all of that away, when you quiet those voices of doubt, comparison? Things can get really dark. So I don't want to say that it's just easy to access this authenticity and access the self, because for a lot of people struggling with mental health, like, it's real. So I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, does this opportunity, does this job, does this contract align with your true and authentic self? Will it create space for you to be yourself? Or will you feel like you have to fake it till you make it? Will you feel like you have to people please? Will you feel like you'll have to be around the people who you honestly don't want to be around anymore? You know the answer better than me. Beep boop. Authenticity, start with everything. I swear, when somebody like reaches out to me and they're like, hey, I have this opportunity, can you talk to this person? Like, my first gut feeling when I speak with someone is, do I feel safe enough to be myself with you? And if the answer is no, thank you so much. No, thank you. Okay. Authenticity is number one. The second is play. Y'all put serious in the chat if you feel like we are all too serious right now. I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking around here at a lot of unnecessary war, a lot of unnecessary death, a lot of unnecessary hatred, a lot of unnecessary violence. And what the research shows is that we are actually most effective in changing our brain chemistry when we are playing. All of the research on play suggests one thing: we need more play. And if you know me, you know that I am a goofball. I really like to have fun. It's crazy. Catherine, who's on here, was in a fabulous dance troupe with me back in college, where I learned what Emma just likes to dance and have fun. Crazy concept. And I'm telling you, if you take a contract or a job or any type of opportunity and there is 0% play, I don't think you're going to have a lot of fun. And maybe you won't learn as much as you actually need to or want to, or maybe you'll just get stuck in a cycle of being so serious all the time that you kind of forget who you truly are. So I know that can feel intense, but if what I'm saying is activating something within you, then pay attention to that, because it's being activated for a reason. And me as your coach, it is my job to activate you in a way that unlocks something new so that you can move through it. It's all in service. It's all in love. And guess what? My authentic self is a bit of a hard ass. That's okay. If this ain't for you, it ain't for you. Okay, let me check in here on the chat. Something that is authentic aligns with my intuition and gives me a good gut feeling. Absolutely. Yes, that's authenticity. Thank you so much, Catherine. We've got play here. You ready for the third piece? I'm not seeing anything else in the chat. The third piece here, and this is going to look a little different, but that's the point of a good model, is it has different inputs. Right, tech? Right, my ladies in tech? Okay, can't really read that well. Guaranteed results. Now, I'm going to speak more to this for people who are interested in starting their own business, who are interested in starting their own revenue stream, for people who are interested in monetizing their natural personality, their common sense, and you want to productize it into something, whether it's consulting services, an online product, you want to do coaching, like whatever it looks like, you want to do paid public speaking, whatever it looks like. Guaranteed results is so huge, because if you are designing your career in a way that has zero guaranteed results, then people aren't going to trust you as a leader, and you're not going to be able to trust other people. What I see right now is a lot of people, and I'll put myself in this category, especially when I first started my business, because like I'm a human and vulnerability is important in these conversations. There were things that I said I could offer that I couldn't guarantee the results. Now, it's okay if you're a coach or a consultant, you can't ever guarantee anybody's results because it's up to them and their responsibility to get it done. But what I'm talking about here is that whatever you're offering gets to be in the highest level of integrity, that what you're offering, you know that you can guarantee. So maybe when I started my business, I was kind of like blowing up myself, blowing up some hot air to be like, yeah, I can do all these things. Even though in my head, I'm like, I don't actually know if I can help people. Now, 3 years later, I am super confident and very clear in what results I can guarantee for my clients and what I can't. I can guarantee with you, for you, that if you work with me and you do all of the things I invite you to do, you will make more money. It happens, as happened every, like for 3 years consistently. It's just part of who I am. I can guarantee that result for you. Another result I can guarantee is that you will feel more confident. You will feel more confident, you will feel more authentic, and you will have more play in your life. Boom. Those are the guaranteed results that I can guarantee on in my business. I can guarantee that in my friendships. I can guarantee that in my relationships. If what you have does not include guaranteed results, then if you're just authentic and you're just playful, then maybe you're a really great friend. Maybe this is where you design your friendships, right? If you have authenticity and guaranteed results, but you don't have play, then, you might be an effective manager, but I don't actually think people are going to be following you as a leader, because nobody likes to have a leader who is bringing down the iron hammer on people and not connecting in with the power of play, right? If you have guaranteed results and you're playing, but you're not authentic about it, then you're just bullshitting. Sorry for cursing again, but like, we have too much BS out there in the world. We don't have time for it. I don't have time for that in my relationships. You feel me? Anybody? Anybody still here? 8 people still here. All right, we're rocking. So the goal here is for you to be in the middle of all three. And this is the process that I bring people through for you to get clear on what are the ways that you can design your career to fund your lifestyle so that you can work to live and be in alignment with this. Does that make sense? Doesn't have to be that hard. If you're looking at me and you're going, well, that sounds really simple, Emma, but I haven't done the thing yet. I go, great. That's all right. We can name that we haven't taken action yet. But if you're in the question of, is this for me? If you're feeling lost, you're feeling confused, you don't know what your next step is, I invite you to go back through 2023. You can pull out your 3 to 5 things that you spent the most time on. 3 to 5 things that you spent the most time on. For me in 2023,
I was most focused on my baby. I gave birth to my first kiddo for the first time last year. I focused on my health. And I focused on 2 business offers. All of those things made up my 2023. And I can basically look at this and be like, okay, where was I? Where did I hit the mark? Where did I not? And I can guarantee you that I actually did not have a lot of play in 2023. So again, in the spirit of transparency, I'm a human working on my own things, but this works. So let's pause here. We're at 12:24. I want you to let me know in the chat what has resonated the most for you right now so that I can talk about what your next step would be if this resonates. So go ahead and put resonates in the chat or tell me what is resonating the most for you. And I'll give you just about a minute to do that while I pull this up. I don't know why I can't see the chat. It's all good. All right. We'll just go through it because it's 12:25. So if this is something you're focused on, designing your career to fund your lifestyle, to be able to take a month off and travel, if you're looking to really commit to your health and you know that's going to take a certain amount of money. Oh, this is great. Julieta, authenticity and play. What's resonating for me is thinking back on 2023. Beautiful. Thank you. So if this is something that you're really focused on and you're committed to, because the truth is that you have to be committed to wanting to design a career to fund your lifestyle and to work to live, not live to work. My invitation for you is to step into a call with me and my team to talk through this. So there we go. Now I'm here. Go ahead, and my invitation for you is to schedule a call with my team for your career game plan. What we're going to do in this conversation is we're going to get super clear on what your goals are for 2024. We're going to identify what is the biggest challenge holding you back, and then gift you a 3-phase approach that's personalized to what you need to help you effectively monetize your personality, monetize your common sense, and be able to fund the lifestyle that you want. So that's the invitation that I have for you, is to step into a conversation with me and my team. It's literally no risk, all reward. I'm so grateful to you all for joining today. I can stay on for about 5 minutes if there are any questions. So now we can open it up for questions. Y'all let me know. Oh, and Olivia was here from New York. Awesome. Not sure if you're still here, Olivia, but I see your thing in here now. So if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask me. If you're in the question of stepping into a career game plan call, I would ask yourself why. It's literally no risk, y'all. I get it. We don't really trust a lot of people on the internet these days, and that's totally okay. But if what I have said has resonated with you and you feel like this helped you, then why not take the next step? But at this point, I'm really only curious in the people who are really ready to take on their life and design their career to fund their lifestyle and are looking for support to help get there. So go ahead. Any other questions coming through or anything else that resonated with you? My favorite thing about these events is actually hearing directly from you how it resonated, what it's opened up for you. So anything like that is super supportive for me. And if not, no worries. I will be here live. I'm going to be doing some more of these in January. If you're on my email list, you'll get first dibs on that. Today was just kind of a nice ease in back to the new year. So we take our time here. We take care of ourselves. Obviously, I get to walk the walk on what I'm talking about. And so that is a part of it. All right, my loves. I'm not seeing any questions in here. Grateful for you, Julieta, as well. Ten cuidado, mi amor. And we will talk soon. All right. Ciao, y'all. Have a great day.